goes to the prayer, it comes out of the prayer ground at slope.
Where's better? Factory Road.
Factory Road is further down. But this one leads straight, just the road by the prayer ground.
So what is that side now?
It's all flood. It was surface before, but
So there are no residences there now?
there are residents on the left-hand side, but there are some scattered residences on the right-hand side. Down to the river. So basically, this one is the water that's very close here now. It's only the water that's close.
I want to see where the major drains It's like a drain on the road. When the floods are very close to the river, so the river is just there. Okay, so this is like a drain on the road. Then the ground is below. It's underneath here, yes sir. That's on the ground. Let's show him the mound. The mound is also then you take
that location again from Way.
Right.
So
Inside the move.
Oh, inside the move.
yes, it passes through the move. That when you drove inside, the first turn to your right. Make it a green area so that it will not be a road. So we'll now fix that road
So that you preserve your move.
Yes, sir, we'll preserve it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that will also help us also plan the amount of safety that goes to the other thing.
The major problem is concrete from MTN to the river. From MTN to the river, sir. We don't know how to have jobs for us.
This is where is Osunde here on this map now?
This one.
Let us.
This one, no, this is
Osunde Street, straight
this is
to
what they're saying.
MTN.
This one is to the river. That's where we stop.
Straight road to the river.
Straight to the river. Osunde Street, sir. They just started the project now from MTN to the river. So help us to construct it and use a concrete gutters. Not only, we don't need only the
supposed to be there. Here you will then have super floors. All those houses that are
No, that's not the case, sir. Ask our guy here, sir. He will tell you.
What is the
We don't have
case?
such.
I think we are talking of this one. This is what
The Osunde Street.
We are the
want the third halfway.
Okay, they are already working on Osunde.
They don't tie it to the half. They don't want to finish, sir. We want to tie it finish, sir. So that the erosion should be controlled. There are more than 500 houses down Osunde there, sir. Please, sir. If you wish Osunde now, Osunde was tied, but half. Osunde was tied. They have to finish it
They are
down.
mixing things up now. There's a difference between the drainage and the road.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are
The
talking.
drainage is to take water away.
Yes,
Yes,
which they have already done
That's why we
that.
have done that one.
Yes. They have done that. That's the erosion control now. We are talking about Ogisho now. That's Osunde Street down.
Yes, now we'll look at it and all your reports, and the one that we can admit technically.
Especially Osunde, that Osunde Street now, sir.
Excuse us, we appreciate you. The whole governor, they have been promising us that this your turn. God will bless you, sir. Bless your children, bless your generation. You have really, so appreciate you, sir. You will have long life. You will have long life. Even by God's grace, you will become the president of this country. Yes.
On behalf of the site committee and the entire community, elders and runners, we want to actually appreciate you. You have proven to us that you are actually a we can say good. We want to thank you because we cannot sleep with our two eyes closed. Before this, the show was being described as a swampy area, but you're coming in and your tenure has actually done a wonderful thing. So say we are grateful, sir. We are actually grateful. But on the whole, we are still begging that the adjoining lanes, there are some adjoining lanes because we are from Ogbeson. I saw that those areas are actually enjoying the environment, especially in Catholic Church. Please, we are begging that these adjoining lanes will be down the other side to Buslesi. There are some of the adjoining lanes that can take the flood away. We are appealing. We want to thank you, sir. You are so wonderful. God bless you. God bless you long life, sir.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, sir. This for more than 60 years, we have not experienced such a thing like this. This is your time, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate, sir.
Out of our committee for new man.
I don't see you today. I go touch you. I go touch you. I go touch you. I go touch you. I go touch you, Baba. I go touch you.
There was something that most of
Kemani wele lweki ayi aminu ya sanwe no fo. Tu weki ama.
Where's the year?
Thank you. Before now, this area has been a devastated area. There are roads that could not be accessible for over 3 decades. Okay. There are roads that were not accessible for about 3 decades, and we are opening those roads up. And apart from that, the storm water that was engulfing this whole area spanned from towards Edo College and the eastern side of Todi Circular. So what we've been able to do now is to capture all the storm water that used to stray here. About 95% of the water has now been captured on the ground and properly controlled. So people within this area can now sleep very well with their eyes closed.
I think it's already addressing, the flood challenge in this area. Today it rained. There was a storm this morning, and coming here, you don't see any evidence, or very little evidence of the storm, because before now, this place would have been impassable with that little storm you had this morning. So for us, it's about recovering communities, rebuilding our communities, rebuilding lives within those communities. Because if you imagine the span of this drainage system, it covers over 50 hectares of land and properties, which we have now enhanced their values. And I believe this is what development is about, and this is how citizens and communities can be supported. But let us not forget that this could not have happened without the assistance of the World Bank under the New MAP program. This and I think about 10 other sites have been built and constructed since we got into office about 5 years ago. Signs were there before the redemption process started, before this reconstruction started. So if you just think about it, they are safer today than they were a few years ago, because they did not know the extent of flooding that will occur. Today, no matter the flooding, most of that water will be drained out into the river. The little challenge they have here will be taken care of. It's either embarking the drainage path and also dredging the river so that there will be better flow of the water.
Now, waste management is a challenge. Looking at the bank of the river, you can see some clogs caused by waste. Today at the waste management workshop, a professor made mention of sanction as a way of compliance. Are you looking at that? Are you looking at implementing that to ensure that this kind of thing does not happen? Because even when it's done, very soon the riverbank is going to be clogged and flooding will continue again.
You don't start with sanctions. You first start with a policy that makes sense, and then after that, it's when people understand what to do and are not doing what they're supposed to do, then you then sanction.
Okay, what policy are you looking at addressing this particular issue? But we're looking at the bank of river, you could see...
By the time we finish the work we're doing with the environment, with waste disposal, it will be clear that even what you're seeing, the litters you're seeing, the plastic litters, will be more valuable than dumping them into the drainage. So that's all that will come out. That's some of the things that will come out of our new environmental and waste management policy and strategy.
All right.
Thank you very
So we came into this place. This is where we were here. Then it takes us back. When we entered, there was one road to the right, one to the left. Now most of the storm water is coming from here. So this is the road that comes from this one. This one is the village.
Okay, no answer. I've seen all you.
So with this, some...
Officer, how are you?
You can see this has the whole thing. This of them are it's always a challenge that
That's too tough. But up to 2.5, you can see what I'm I did 11, I did 12, there's still water.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's up here.
Under area man, we are doing gas. We did also.
Up to where?
Now we reach kilometer 5.
That is before the slope. So what is the target by the end of the first?
At the end of the dry season, maybe we reach the dualization 100%. Takes time also before the rainy season. 95% of the main load.
Okay, I've asked for a design for lights so that I can put in electricity. So I can
Also, we did the design for that. I did it myself. I give it to the BS, the electrical.
Okay.
I gave him our own proposal. He put some comments. I did the correction. I give it to him before Christmas. Also, the assets available. We are assisting to do that.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and start it with that. So it would be nice when you are commissioning the road. Thank you so much.
Community.
Yes.
Yeah, we just got. Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the community, Urura, we want to appreciate the good job you have extended to Urura community. We appreciate your administration. We appreciate all the cabinet for putting Urura as one of the community that is going to benefit from this dividends of democracy in your time. Like we always say, that you are a wake and see governor. Urura are proud today to be among those that have wake up to see that the dividends of democracy is extended to this place. Thank God that this road we just passed now. In the past 3-4 years back, a jeep cannot pass this road that we just trekked. Even where you came down, nobody can come there because of the flooding problem that we encountering in this community. So we really appreciate you, and we will still continue to beg that as it is, even a blind man knew that you have put in a very huge amount of money into this contract. And this level it is now, we are pleading if the road can be abstracted so that the drainage will not, the sand will not block the drainage, because if it is not attracted and as the flood is coming, it is packing depth and sand into the underground. At the end of the day, it will look as if the money invested here is a waste. So, and again, like Oliver Twist, who always ask for more, we are still soliciting, if at the end of the day all these things are put in place, if we can have this what do you call it, these street lights in the area where this construction parks, and it will still be of benefit to the community and even to the work as well, because if there is light, we will be able to see if somebody is trying to put a depth into the drainage, we will see it. So the community really appreciates the job that the Heartland, the new map, and the state government has done in this community. We are proud of you. Like as they said in the Bible, wherever you go, we will go with you. Thank you very much, sir.
Your name, please?
I'm Francis.
That's the purpose of this visit, to just confirm that the underground drainage work has been properly completed, and the next logical step is to now make sure that the road network, because where we walked through now has underground drainage all across, so make sure that this is now covered, asphalted, and like he said, he's now asked for street lighting, so we'll put that into the design so that the community has a full benefit of the work we've done to date. But to say that this is quite expensive, as you can see, and it's not a fancy project. Nobody will understand and know how much you are standing on, how much concrete art is on the ground. But we need to do this. We need to invest in the environment so that we can protect people's properties and livelihoods.
How do you get there?
No, they have a list.